Good morning, happy Friday and happy weekend. How are you feeling today? I am feeling pretty good. I had a little bit of a technical difficulty, but I'm really happy I rebooted and here I am. So I hope you're ready for a great full body workout. I have my shorter bands attached to the front, but as always, I want you to have the longer bands nearby. Of course, your water and your towel. I'm wondering if you're able to stay hydrated. Have you been able to increase the amount of water that you're taking in on a daily basis? I hope so. I know I am, that's for sure. Plus I got my watermelon because, you know, watermelon is a high water content food, and if you just hate drinking all that water, you know, just eat some more watermelon. Good morning, Pat. How are you feeling today? I'm gonna start with some of those balance drills because, as always on Friday, good morning, Doug. I want you to see how you're doing. Test your balance off the board. So I'm gonna put on some music. And I'm going to just move this out of the way for now. And we're going to just start with our tandem walk. Just to see where you're at. Now, I'm going to definitely be coming out of frame, but hopefully you have more room than I do. Good morning, Daresha. How are you doing today? You feeling good? Okay, so look, I'm just going to start. We're going to do that tightrope walk, tandem walk, whatever you want to call it. So first you're just going to start by placing the foot right in front of the other foot. Now when you're doing this tandem walk, it helps to pick a focal point, right? And then you always want to lead with the opposite foot. So just think about that foot placement and see how stable you are. How is your balance and agility with this? I'm feeling a little shaky, I'm not going to lie, so I'm not feeling confident enough to start looking to the right and the left. How are you doing? I know you can't see me, I'm coming out of frame, but here I am. I'm walking the tightrope, picking a focal point, keeping my abdominals engaged. Okay, now I am going to try to look to the right, center, then look to the left while doing the tandem walk. Okay, so here we go. Okay, I did pretty good with that one. How did you do? Remember, you're always leading with the opposite foot. And if you feel confident, look to the right, center, and then look to the left. And then turn it around. How are you doing? I love doing these on Friday because it's such a great way to check our progress, isn't it? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to do a side step with our knees soft, and then you're going to hold it here. You're going to bring the right knee up, bring the arms in front, then you're going to go to the side, and then both arms. Again, one arm, stabilizing that left leg, the knee is slightly bent. And one more time here, right, left, and both. And then step it down. Side step, then lift, arms in front, one arm, and then we're going to do both arms. So you always are engaging that core. I don't want you to hold your breath here. How are you doing? Are you pretty stable? and then release. Okay, now we're gonna do that braiding walk. So it's just a step, cross behind you, step side and together. Step, cross behind you, step, bring together. So just again, testing that balance and agility, your coordination, watching so you have proper alignment. So I'm keeping those hips forward. I'm not altering the hip position. And if you want to bend a little bit more, that's up to you. When you do that, of course, you're getting a little bit more into that outer thigh, hip, and glute area. And we're just going to do one more each direction. Step, cross back, step, together. Good. Okay, now we're going to come to the center and just lift those knees. And then we're just going to add that opposite arm. Start getting that blood circulating through your whole body, warming up those muscles and joints. And you are coming down soft here. And really extend that arm. And always using your breath. We're just easing you in today to our full body workout. Have you been testing your stamina like we talked about, doing like spurts of higher intensity whenever you can? For 4 and reach. 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Okay, now we are going to come behind the board. So grab the chair. We're just going to do some ankle rolls first. Warm up those ankle joints. It's going to be another hot one here, boy. Okay, we're just going to start doing those nice, easy rotations. So we're pressing into the inside of the foot and then to the outside of the foot. I loved what Dan did. I don't know if it was, what day it was, if it was Tuesday, where he just took the activator ball off the board and placed it on the floor and did his ankle rolls that way. So that's a great option if you prefer that. But we're just focusing on feeling every bit of that rotation. And you're keeping that standing leg bent, your chest is lifted, you're using your breath here. I really want you to focus. Put all your focus and attention into those ankles and into the ball of the foot, the inside and then the outside. And then relax that one. And we're going to switch. So keeping that board center. So do you have any big plans for the weekend? I have to say, I don't really have any plans except for on Sunday, because I know it's Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all of you wonderful fathers. My sister's having a barbecue in her backyard. And so I get to see my nephew, Matt, who I haven't seen in probably, I guess, a year and a half because of COVID. He's a jet fighter pilot, and he did a training. He was a captain and did a training course in Colorado Springs. And it's pretty impressive, and I'm pretty proud of him. Okay, we're just going to do a couple more here. And then we're just going to kick it out a little bit. So what are your plans for Father's Day? Are you going to do anything? My dad is, well, he passed away a long time ago now. I kind of have lost track on how many years he's been gone. He lived till 87, I want to say. Kick it out, strong kick here. For 4, kick. And 3. Here's 2. And 1. Good. Okay, now we're going to warm up those hip flexors even further. So we're going to step up behind the 2 and the 2. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring that knee up, cross, open, and down, rock the board back down. Lift, touch the pole, cross over the body, touch the pole, center, down, press the board down. Lift, and you're just going to continue doing this at your own pace. Lift, touch the pole, and down. Keep that standing leg bent always. Cross, open, and down. How are you doing? Did you get a good night's sleep last night? I did again. Wow, I'm sleeping really, really good these days. So we're just going to do a few more of these. And last one, each side. And then just rock side to side. Keep those knees nice and bent. And then we are going to find our first center on the board. Tighten your glutes. Engage your core. Always thinking about those pressure points in your feet. And breathing. We're not holding our breath here. And then drop the board, step down and down. Okay, now what we're going to do is go into a wide step into a narrow step. So it's going to go wide, wide, narrow, narrow, wide, wide, narrow, narrow. So again, we're just focusing on opening those hips a little bit, keeping the knees soft. And just my hands are barely touching those poles. But I am definitely keeping the board center. And you can come down lower if you like to engage your thighs a little bit more. We're just going to do a couple more of these. And then we're going to switch opposite directions. So we're going to lead with the other leg. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Step. And if you can come a little wider, that's great. How are you doing? Keeping your balance. So when I step wide, I'm right to the edge of that board. And we're just going to do a couple more here. And then we're just going to start marching in place. And you can take your arms off if you like and start pumping those arms. And we're ready to kind of launch into this workout. So what I'm going to do first is we're going to do a diagonal step with a leg curl. Because now we have to start warming up those hamstrings, right? So come in a diagonal. And then when you're ready, we're going to stabilize. Drop the board. Step up, curl, down, and down. Step, curl, down, down. Keep your chest lifted. And then if you'd like to add that opposite arm, pressing up to the ceiling. And use your breath here. How are you doing with this? You can speed this up or you can slow it down depending on what level you are at. We're going to do 4 more and then we're going to do those repeaters. Here's 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, now we're going to bring it up and hold, curl, curl. Keep your abdominals in nice and tight. Chest is lifted. Try to keep resistance in your muscles. So you're thinking about curling up through that thick mud and then resisting it on the way down. Really working that standing leg, thinking about those pressure points in your foot. Use your breath. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's hold it at the top. Now with that bent leg, push out. Focusing a little bit more on the glutes, push. And then if you'd like to add the arm, push out. So you're doing a chest press while you're pressing that leg out. Keeping the foot flexed, really looking at one particular spot here, stabilizing my entire lower body. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Now bring the knee up. Shift your foot so your toes pointing straight ahead now. Now we're gonna go into that opposing muscle group, the quadriceps. We just worked the hamstrings. Now we're gonna focus on your quadriceps. So you're gonna go into that leg extension. Try not to cave your spine like this. Keep your back straight, your chest lifted. The standing leg is bent and use that breath. Exhale. And if you'd like to add the arm, press it up. Shoulder press, leg extension. Each time, exhale out. And keep your chin retracted inward. Let's get 4 more. And last one here, hold it up and release. Whew, I felt that. Okay, now we're just gonna do a leg swing. I just want you to release it. Just let it go. Keep the hips facing forward. Just go into your own natural range of motion for a nice release. Should feel really good. For 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now step down, and we're going to switch. So drop that board. First, we're going to go into the leg curl. Okay, so step, curl, down, down, step, curl in. Are you feeling more sturdy these days? Really would love to hear how you're doing, what you're still challenged by, what you feel stronger with. Have you noticed even in your daily activities, whether it's, carrying groceries or getting out of the car or taking stairs or whatever it is, have you noticed that you're more stable? that everyday activities aren't as difficult as they used to be. Okay, we're going to do 4 more, and then we're going to do repeaters. And here's 1 more. Okay, are you ready? Let's do it. Step up, curl, curl. If you want to press your arm forward as you curl. Pick that focal point. How's that standing leg feeling? For 4, 3, 2. Hold it at the top. Now you're going to press out. Press. Press. Really thinking about those glutes. Pull your abdominals in tight always to protect that low back. Use the power of your breath here. Here we go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then bring that foot so the toe is pointing straight ahead. Lift the knee, flex your foot, standing leg bend. Here we go. Working those quadriceps now, squeezing at the top. Then if you'd like to go into that shoulder press, exhale up. How are you doing? Feeling good? Nice and tall. Let's get 4, 3, 2. Hold it at the top. And release. Oh my goodness. Okay, legs swing. Bend that standing leg even more. And just forward and back for a nice release. I love this. I love this drill so much. It always feels so good on my hips and my low back. And it's tight. This is such a nice drill to do. For 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Now step to the side, step to the side. I want you to get a quick drink of water. And then you're going to grab your longer band. I'm grabbing my yellow. And first, I'm just going to have you do lat pull downs. And if you don't want to use the band, you can use your hand towel. Hi, Donna. Hi, Ginny. How you doing today? Are you working out? Okay, let's bring it up. Tuck the pelvis under. And just pull it down to your chest. But now look, when you pull it down to your chest, I want you to think about pulling the band apart. That's why I like to use the band for this particular exercise. Really feel that resistance, really squeezing into those back muscles. But keep that lower body nice and stable. And keep your chin tucked in so the neck doesn't come into play. This is one of those exercises I do while I'm walking in the park. Just get more, working smarter, not harder, right? Might as well get some good upper body exercising in while walking. Plus it gets the heart rate up, and this is, summer, and we're trying to work on that June jubilation, increasing our energy and our stamina. Okay, let's get 4 more of these. Pull. Exhale down. Here's 2. And 3. And last one, let's hold it at the bottom, really feeling that contraction. And then release. Now from there, we're gonna go into our one arm row. So you're gonna step on with that left foot, drop the board. Now you can step closer to the handle because I want you to make sure that you have enough resistance. So you want to take up the slack in the band. Step back, push the heel down, keeping those shoulders square to the floor. You ready? Here we go. Keep that elbow close to your body. Exhaling up. Now if this is too easy, you can step closer to the handle. Or you can always upgrade to the next level of band. You're just listening to your body. You do want to feel the resistance. If it's too easy, I really, really encourage you to go up on the level of the band because that's how we build stamina, right? We don't always want to be doing the same amount of reps with the same resistance. In order to challenge ourselves and build strength and endurance, we need to go up with the resistance or the weight, right? Make sense? Keep those abdominals in tight. And I want you to pause for a split second at the top so you can really squeeze into the upper back. For 4, 3, and 2, and hold it at the top, holding, releasing slowly. Excellent. I mean, I can't see you, but I'm assuming you did excellent. Okay, now we're going to switch right away. So anchor that band. Step back. Keep those shoulders square to the floor. Are you ready? Here we go. Exhale up. Keep a nice long neck. I always want you to be thinking about proper alignment, proper form. So is your spine straight? I don't want your shoulder coming up like this. Your shoulders remain facing the floor. So just that elbow is coming up to the ceiling. Isolating that side, the left side of your upper back. And pausing always for a split second at the top so you can really feel that contraction. You can feel those muscles working, right? Let's get 4 more. And last one, we're going to hold it at the top and release. Okay, we're moving on. We're going to go into our squats. And we're going to add in a bicep curl. So what I want you to do is move your poles into the inside slots. And attach, if you haven't already, the short bands to the front. Are you doing Barney? Barney, the other day, oh my gosh, I got home and he threw up all over the couch. He has such a sensitive tummy, and as he's getting older, I've been told by the vet, but unfortunately that's one of the issues with Malteses is their digestion and their, they just have a lot of issues with their intestines and stuff. So that was the first It was not fun. He's looking at me like, I know, it was gross for me too, trust me on that one. Okay, we're gonna first step up behind the two and the two, and we're just gonna rock it side to side. This is one of our all-time favorites, isn't it? I remember when I first got the board and I was learning, you know, just going through like those basic workouts through YouTube and stuff. And I thought, oh, this is gonna be a piece of cake, you know? And I was really struggling to find my balance. Oh my goodness. I've come a long way, and I know you have too, because you've been with me every step of this journey. Okay, now let's do it. Let's find that center. And now what we're gonna do, when you are feeling confident, you're gonna grab the handles. You're gonna lock those elbows into your sides while maintaining that center balance. We're gonna do our bicep curls, keeping those elbows anchored into your sides. Thinking about those pressure points in your feet to stabilize. Thinking about pulling the abdominals in even tighter. Thinking about tightening those glutes. And exhaling as you curl, okay? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 2 counts fast and then a slow count. So it's gonna look like this. 1, 2, relax. 2, 2, fully extend. 3, 2, fully extend. 4, we're gonna do 4 more like that. Always trying your best, working that inner focus, keeping that center balance. 2 more like this. Just getting a little more out of the muscle. And now we're gonna go into full range, but you know what? If you want to up the challenge, we're gonna add a squat. So you're gonna push your hips back. This is optional, okay? You don't have to do it. But if you want, you're gonna curl and squat. Curl and squat. So really working on building that stamina now and endurance. Just make sure you push your hips back, distribute that weight. How are you doing? You got this? Are you able to maintain the center? I'm kind of wobbly, but I'm doing okay. We're going to do 4 more. And then we're going to hold it at the top, tuck the pelvis under, release, hook them. And then let's just release those legs out for a little bit. Just do a nice side step, tap the calf muscle, or you can do a knee lift or a leg curl, whatever you like. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good, now look, we're gonna step into that center line with our right foot. And we're gonna lift the left leg. For a 1-leg balance, bend the standing leg, pick a focal point. How are you doing? Are you able to get that center? Breathing, don't hold your breath, drop those shoulders. I'm struggling. I gotta focus. And then step to the number 3 with that left foot. And now we're gonna rock side to side. The right one's behind the number 1. So look down briefly, see where your foot placement is. So obviously we're walking all the time on uneven surfaces, right? So we have to kind of tune in to our body and feel, where are we feeling our weight? Where are we distributing the weight the most? I just know that when I engage my core, I can be off balance like this and still feel pretty sturdy. This is why dance classes on Tuesday are so important and essential for everyone working with the board, because he goes so in depth about working those proprioceptors and just functional exercises for everyday functional living, right? Okay, now this is the tricky one, right? We're going to try to find that center, being this off balance. But what I'm going to try to do is, I find that the more I bend, the easier it is to find my center. But I'm also very conscious of not hunching those shoulders up. My lower abdominals I'm pulling in super duper tight. I'm feeling this obviously more in this standing leg, in this thigh especially. But use your breath, use your breath. And then release. How did you do? Now I just want you to do a leg lift. So you're going to lead with the heel of that foot, right? Press, lift, press, lift. As always, you're leading with the heel of your foot, so those toes don't come up. You're really focusing on that outer thigh now, your abductor. Always keeping the abdominals engaged, and just lifting as high as you can. That feels natural. Exhale up. We're going to do 4 more, and then we're going to do repeaters. You got that? Are you ready? After this one. Okay, here we go. Stay to the side, lift, lift. If you're feeling really confident, you want to take one arm off. I don't know if I'm feeling confident enough to take the other arm off. So I'm just going to stay right here and focus in. Drop your shoulders. Make sure that standing leg doesn't lock out. For 4, 3, 2, and last one. Step to the 3. Woo. Okay, we're going to do this opposite direction now. I did that side already. Okay, this is so tricky, isn't it? So it takes a second to press into this outer thigh as you rock that board. But stay tall. Don't let your spine cave like that. Keep that chest up. I was ready to do the same leg again. I'm telling you, I was ready to do it because I really lose track. That's when I know I need more work with the brain-body connection. My proprioceptors, Dan, need more work. Okay, are you ready? We're going to do it. We're going to find that center. So I'm going to bend a little bit more, putting most of my weight into the standing leg. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Look, you are pushing your hips back. Okay, slightly. It's just going to be easier. It's almost like that one-legged squat. So this other leg is just barely working. You know, you can even come up on the ball of that other foot so you don't use it at all, because boy, oh boy, this is where all the energy is going, right? So you're breathing, you're trying your best to hold that center, engaging your core. Woo! Okay, that's it. That's it. Lift, drop the board. Lift. Outer thigh. gym yesterday again to beat the heat because it was like 100. So it's great because I'm just spending more time in the gym. It's air conditioned. I'm able to do my full hour on the elliptical, do my circuit if I feel like it. But what I really do is spend extra time stretching, listening to my music. Okay, we're gonna do 4 more, then we're gonna do those repeaters, okay? Exhale as you lift. And here we go. Let's go into those repeaters. Drop the board, lift, lift. Take that focal point, standing leg is bent, foot stays parallel to the floor. You got it? For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now rock side to side, feet at 1 in 1 position. And then when you're ready, let's find that center right away. And if you feel confident, lift one hand off. Think about those pressure points in your feet, grip those glutes, other hand off. If you're feeling confident, breathing. You got it? I'm gonna hold for a few more seconds. And then release, drop the board, step it down, and march it out. How did you do? I felt pretty good overall. I do want you to get a quick drink of water, and then once again, you're gonna grab your longer band. I'm gonna grab my yellow, and we're gonna go into a front raise, and then a triceps kickback. Okay, so you're going to take that band, you're going to step on with both feet, and I'm stepping right next to the loop, okay? Now you got to bend those knees. What I never want you to do is, look, I don't ever want you to be in this arched back position. So much stress. So to keep that neutral spine, you just tuck the pelvis under a little bit, right? And bend the knees. Then palm down, and here we go. Exhale out. Keep your chin tucked in. Really focusing now on the front of the shoulder, that anterior deltoid. Take your time and listen to your body. If your form is faltering, just go through the movement without using the resistance band. Okay, add your own resistance. This is a smaller muscle group. Mine gets fatigued pretty easily. Okay, one more time. Good. Now you're going to step off with 1, and we're going to go into those tricep kickbacks. So you do want to take up the slack, right? You're going to have to play around with this. Keep the elbow up shoulder height and keep the elbow close to your body. Shoulders are square to the floor, and then just get that full extension. Kick it up there. Again, if it's too difficult, drop the band and keep the movement going by adding your own resistance though. Squeeze. Can you get a full extension on that arm? Do you have to step closer to the loop so you have more range of motion? 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Woo! That one always gets me. Okay, we're gonna switch. So first step on with both feet. And then stabilize. Are you ready? Here we go. Exhale up. And remember, you can always assist with the other hand if you need to. Just for that top portion. And make sure that it doesn't go above the shoulder. Exhale out. Put your mind into your muscles that we're working right here, the front of your shoulder. You shouldn't feel pain in your joints. Let's get 2 more. Whew, okay, step back. Take up some of the slack. Elbow up. You ready? Here we go. Kick it up. Get a full extension if you can. Really squeeze and flex into the back of your arm, into those triceps. Pause for a split second at the top. For 4, 3, and 2, and 1. And then release. You're going to take that band and just pull it up and in. Pull up, pull in. And just step in place. So getting the blood circulating back into those tight shoulders and back. For 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Now hold it up, stretch it. Tuck that pelvis under, breathe. And then release. Okay, get another quick drink of water. We're going to focus a little bit on the inner thighs. And then we will be done for the day. How great is that? So first you're going to step wide. And we're just going to rock with the board. Lunge side to side. But I do want you to look down and make sure those knees are right in alignment with your toes. Really important here. So press, press. You should really feel this in your inner thighs. We're going to do 4 and press. 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Now turn both toes all the way out. Stay nice and tall. Hands on top of the poles. Make sure you're stable. Keep your chest lifted. Come down into that plie. Push those heels into the floor. Squeeze up into your glutes. At the top, press, push, squeeze the glutes. Now you can keep this going if you'd like, or if you want to add the arms, push up to the ceiling. And if you just want to do a partial plie, that's okay, but just make sure you're stable and you're in proper alignment. You don't have to come down as deep as I am. If you feel pain in your knees, please stop this move and just go into leg curls or a side step or some leg kicks, whatever you like, okay? I'm really zoning in on those inner thighs. So I'm pushing those heels into the floor, squeezing up into my glutes at the top. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now look, I'm going to hold it at the bottom and just press, press. Stay tall. Burning a little bit in the muscle there. Just building stamina, building stamina. If you can just go a couple reps past when you feel a burn in the muscle, that's a really good way to build that strength and endurance. Hold and breathe. And then very slowly squeezing up. Step it away and just punch across the body. Come up on the ball of that back foot. And just nice and easy. Use your waist here. And just tap those toes. Working that midsection. For 4 and 3. Here's 2 and 1. Now leg curl, just nice and easy. Release. How did you do today? I'm just going to cool you down a little bit before we launch into our stretch. Let's just get 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Good. Now just a nice, easy side step here. For 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Good. Okay, let's just kick it out. How did you do today? Pretty good? For 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Good. Okay, we're going to go into our stretches. I'm going to get another drink of water first. And first I want to, I can't even speak today, focus on our psoas muscle. So you're going to step back, come up on the ball of that back foot, drop it down vertically, press forward, tuck under, press forward till you feel a nice stretch. And just hold and breathe. I'm getting my feet zapped after this. I try to go every 3 weeks for the shock wave. It just zaps those nerves in my neuromas and in my carpal tunnel. And it's crazy for 5 minutes, but then I'm good to go and I'm not waking up in the middle of the night with that nerve pain and not having the crazy nerve pain in my feet. So it's really, really worth it. And then bring it up and let's stretch out our quadriceps. Knees together, press those hips forward and breathe. Then step all the way back and push that heel down. Then lift, press, lift, press. And then hold it down and breathe into your calf muscles. And then heel down, toe up, push your hips back, and sit into this hamstring stretch. Keep your chest lifted. Use that breath. Don't forget those slow count breaths in, filling those lungs, holding the breath, slowly exhaling and relaxing into the stretch. Okay? And then slowly bring it up, feet together, hand on your hip, press the hips forward, open your chest, looking up for a low back and hip stretch. And then back to neutral. And turn it around, step forward, come up on the ball of that back foot, vertical drop, then tuck this pelvis under and press forward till you feel that stretch. If you want to add in a side stretch like I'm doing, go for it. You don't have to. And then bring it up, push that heel into the floor, come up, press the heel down. And then hold it down, hold this. And send some nice healing breaths into your calf muscles. Are you able to take even more breath in? And then bring both feet together. Lift the knee. Press those hips forward. Stretch out your quadriceps. Look over your left shoulder for a neck stretch as well if you like. And then the other direction. Then step down, toes up, hips back, stretching out your hamstrings. They need it. Boy, oh boy, do they need it, right? Release your arm here too, why not? Some pendulum swings can't hurt anybody. And it feels good, right? To just release that shoulder girdle completely. Should have done the other one too. These things just kind of come to me why not add it in, right? And then step up, feet together, hand on the hip. Slightly arch, press your hips forward, open your chest, look up. And then release. Okay, good work. I'm going to come on over and just do a few more stretches, having a seat here with you guys. Betsy, that's okay. You can do it over the weekend. I know it's Father's Day weekend. It's a busy weekend, I'm sure. Pat, you watched it. I don't think that counts, Pat. You know, I would always say, you know, people would order my exercise programs, you know, and then they'd watch it. I don't really think you're going to get the benefit, but, you know, might motivate you, right? Motivate you to do it later, I hope. Okay, we're just stretching out our triceps. When you're sitting up nice and tall, that hand is pointing down the middle of your back. I like to push my head into my arm. Duresha, I'm so happy to hear you got through it. That's amazing. That's so good to hear. Let's just roll those shoulders up and back. Let's work some of that tension out of your shoulders and upper back. Squeeze and release. Just let it go. We're just going to do a couple more here, and then we're going to go into that hip and outer thigh stretch. Got to do it. So if you can get that foot up on the thigh, sit up nice and tall. And if you want that deeper stretch, just lean into a little bit. That'll do it. That'll do the trick. So I'm so excited. As an early birthday gift from one of my girlfriends, she sent me a gift certificate for a massage. I haven't had a massage since COVID. Do you practice self-care and pamper yourself and get yourself massaged? I'm telling you, it's the one thing I used to do all the time when I lived in Los Angeles. I mean, when I was in the thick of creating all these exercise programs and kind of overtraining my body, I had to practice extra self-care, right? So I just miss, oh my gosh, I miss getting pummeled. Pat, you're gonna do it later. I know, I'm sorry you're out of sorts, Pat. What's going on? Is it the heat? I hope you're not ill. Oof. You know, I have to be honest, the heat kind of zaps me a little bit. Like I felt really out of it yesterday, really lethargic. My throat was all sore and scratchy because literally they were doing warning alerts here for bad air quality. You could see this brown haze. And I thought, gosh darn it, you know, I moved from Los Angeles to get away from the smog and the unhealthy air. So on days like that, I just choose to stay inside, you know. Doug, oh my gosh, you drove for 4 days? Oh my gosh. You must be so stiff, Doug. I hope you took a lot of breaks and got out of the car and did all of the stretches that we have taught you, because that is brutal. Oh my gosh, the last time I did any kind of major driving like that was when I moved from LA to Denver, and I took my time. I did like 3 stops and overnights to break up, you know, that long drive, because my poor body, even also when you fly, a lot of times if I'm on a long flight, strategically I'll get up and go to the back of the cabin and just do some of my openers and stretch out my back, my side. Gosh, it's so important, isn't it? Because everything just tightens and stiffens up when we're sitting so long. I'm glad you were able to do this workout, Doug. Bravo, bravo to you. So listen, you guys, you know the drill. It's summer, it's hot, stay hydrated. Work on building that energy and stamina, incorporating upper body when you're walking. Maybe you're doing swimming with a paddleboard and doing this with your legs, holding on with the paddleboard. Oh boy, I bet. Well, listen, have a wonderful weekend. Happy, happy, happy Father's Day. And I will look forward to seeing you on Monday for my lower body workout. Let me know if you have any specific requests, okay? Much love. See ya, everybody. Bye.